Welcome to Too Fond of Books. My name is Janelle and this is a book haul. I know that is a little bit surprising considering the four-part book haul that I just recently posted on my channel, but Erin and I went on vacation to visit my family in Edmonton, and it was a really fun vacation. We drove in late August, and it was just really great to see some family that I hadn't seen for, about 2 years. So that was really great. And I got some books from my parents, I got some books from my great aunts, and of course we went thrifting. So I have a few books here that I would like to show you that I found or was gifted on my vacation. First up is a book by Alexandre Dumas that I had never heard of before, and this is Castle Epstein. I'm very excited about this one. I am really tempted to read it during Victober. A novel of romance and horror, translated and with an afterword by Norma Lore Goodrich. Have you heard of this book? It is not anything I've heard of by Alexandre Dumas before. This was written in 1843. This is considered the lush romantic novel of the haunting of a medieval castle. So that just sounds great. In Germany, yeah. Part love story in the romantic tradition, it is also a shocking gothic horror tale of how the dead settle accounts with the unjust who live. Doesn't that sound great? Very excited to find that. I also found The Meaning of Everything by Simon Winchester, the story of the Oxford English Dictionary. Simon Winchester also wrote The Professor and the Madman, also about writing the Oxford English Dictionary, and that just sounds really interesting to me. I found Inspector Rebus that I didn't have. This is Resurrection Men by Rankin. I'm collecting the Rebus series, and this is one that I didn't have. It was in good shape, so I was excited to find that. My mom gave me a couple of Margaret Dickinson. She's recently discovered Margaret Dickinson and loves them, historical fiction, and so she gave me these two. This is Welcome Home. Two families divided by war, united by love. So this is set during World War II, and it is set in London, I want to say. And then the other Margaret Dickinson is The Buffer Girls, putting the shine back into Sheffield in the aftermath of war. Now this one sounds really interesting. I've never read a book set in Sheffield, so that's exciting. It's 1920, and yeah, that just sounds really interesting. I know my mom really enjoyed that one. Okay, I also found Secret for a Nightingale by Victoria Holt. I've been collecting Victoria Holt's books as well, but this one I didn't even realize there's a connection to Florence Nightingale in this one, which is really cool. Spanning the globe from colonial India to Victorian England and the Crimea, Secret for a Nightingale unfolds a lavish, richly textured story of a young woman who courageously embarks on a career in a time when most women dared not venture out alone. So yeah, that was great. My great aunts gave me Aunt Crete's Emancipation by Grace Livingston Hill. I think I may have read some Grace Livingston Hill when I was much younger, but I haven't read one in quite a while. This book was written in 1911. And yeah. I also got from Mum Asking for Trouble by Anne Granger. This is a Fran Verity. I think it's the first one in the series. She is insolvent, unemployed, and though from the moment she's got the leaky roof of the squat she shares in Jubilee Street over her head, thanks to the council eviction department, she'll very soon be homeless. Her dreams of becoming an actress, nurtured when her father and grandmother were still alive, seem a long way off. But the quietly resolute Fran is a survivor, which her former housemate Terry found hanging from the ceiling rows of her room clearly is not. Terry, secretive and selfish, was far from popular with the rest of the household, but her death shakes the Jubilee Street Creative Artists Commune, as the squat residents half-jokingly call themselves. And the more Fran discovers about the death of the young woman whose life briefly intersected with her own, the more she begins to see it was not all it first seemed. I found a D.L. and Pasco. This is An Advancement of Learning by Reginald Hill. This is a police procedural series set in Yorkshire. And this one is a TV cover tie-in from that series. I found a Simenon. This is a Maigret Stonewalled. I love the Maigret series, and I'm excited when I can find a copy. I also found The Golden Crucible by Jean Stubbs. This is an Inspector Lintott mystery. I don't believe I've read anything by Jean Stubbs. The magnificent Inspector Lintott forsakes the gas lights of London for the dazzling charms of America's Sin City, San Francisco. There he encounters one of America's most powerful gangsters, not to mention an earthquake. In the smoldering cauldron of magic and melodrama, his qualities were never so sorely needed, nor so severely tested. Yeah, I think this is a Victorian era book. That the series is normally set in England, but in this one they go to San Francisco, and this book was published in 1976. Have you read any Jean Stubbs? Let me know in the comment section down below what you thought. And then this one, I was so excited to find this one. This is a mystery of the Hudson's Bay country, so set here in Canada. Out of the north comes Runner of the Trail by Maribelle Cormack. Now, isn't that fantastic? It's a little bit rough, but I'm totally fine with that. This is what it looks like without the cover. This is historical fiction, and it was originally published in 1935, and this edition is also from 1935. I was very excited to find this, a bit of a mystery. It could be a children's book. I'm not entirely sure, but I don't care because I just loved it. So there you have it. That is my book haul from my recent vacation. Let me know in the comment section if you've read any of these books. What are your thoughts? Where do you think I should start? And I will see you for another video soon. Bye.